Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. We are ready for the event.
MBRSC, this is Houston Mission Control. Please call station for a voice check.
I get somebody up here that knows something. Yeah, there you go. Get this heat on somebody else. Appreciate you, bro. They was gonna have me talk to these dudes in outer space. Nah, that's too much pressure right there, man. That was good, man. That was good. Nice crowd, too. Y'all, hey, man, can I tell y'all something? Y'all was much better than I thought, you know, because, you go to a university, you figure, okay, this is going to be really dry. And it was just, like, really cool that you all had reactions and stuff.
No, I told you this was going to be a fun event. Now the fun starts.
Well, it wasn't fun, Yusuf. It wasn't fun. It was a nice event. It wasn't fun.
So now we'll do a sound check with the space station. Station, this is MBRC. How do you hear me?
MBRC Station, we have you loud and clear. Assalamu alaikum, Saud.
So we cannot hear you. Station, this is MBRC. How do you hear me?
MBRC Station, we have you loud and clear. Assalamu alaikum, Saud.
Technical difficulty sometimes, so let's be patient. Station, this is MBRC. How do you hear me?
MBRC Station, we have you loud and clear.
Astronaut Sultan, Astronaut Waldi, welcome to this call from Washington, D.C. So today I will not be speaking. I will hand it to Steve and the ambassador, and they will take it from there.
Sultan and Woody, how you guys doing?
We're doing great, Steve. How are you?
Good. Let me ask you a real basic question. Do you all get Family Feud up there?
We do have the ability to look up old episodes.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm sitting here with Yusuf Al-Tabi, who's the ambassador to the UAE. I asked him to come up to sort of help out, man. I'm really honored. This is a first for me. Who would have ever thought, you know? But congratulations to both of you. I think what you've accomplished is absolutely incredible. Is this for you? Is this a childhood dream? When did you start thinking about space or entering into the space program? Was it from childhood, or did you pick it up after college? Where?
Okay, I guess I'll start. Well, honestly, Steve, this is, as you said, a childhood dream. And I'm really grateful coming from a remote area in the UAE where maybe you visited Al Ain before. That place is magical. And I remember in the 80s, I don't want to say that I'm really old, but yes, in the 80s we could see really nice stars and very little light pollution. So someone at my age, and probably at 8 years old, we start wondering, do we have an ability to go to other stars or visit other planets? So that was probably the ignite or the beginning of wondering of going to space. And ever since, I kept dreaming. Although I studied engineering, something different from, I would say, astrophysics or maybe space, let's say, specifications. I did not let go of my dream, and I just kept dreaming until I got the chance to join the first astronaut program in the UAE from the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center. And ever since, everything was magical. It's definitely a dream becoming true.
Woody,
hey, Steve, for me it was similar.
Do you guys, you all go into a particular mission at the same time, or do you all come in at maybe different times? Like, did you get there first, or did you go at the same time? How does the program work?
Yeah, so actually, Sultan and I flew up together on the same vehicle. We flew up here on the Crew 6 SpaceX Dragon mission, and it's been such a fun experience from the very early days of training, getting assigned to the mission together, getting to know one another a little better than we did before we started training together. And so, yeah, we've just had such a good time. And then being up here together, working all day, every day, on board the space station for the past almost 6 months. It's been an absolute blast, and we've had a lot of fun, and it's been a real honor getting to do this work with Sultan.
Sultan, I have a question, but first let me say this. On behalf of all Emiratis around the world, here in the UAE, anywhere else, we're so proud of you. We are so incredibly proud of you. You've done an incredible job. You and Hazza and so many others have literally put us on the map in ways that have never been possible by anybody else, so great job. My question, and down here on planet Earth, we as diplomats, we try to solve and fix, or at least improve some of the challenges we have here. A lot of it is dealing between two countries, two governments, two societies. And we always try to think of another person's perspective. At least I tell our diplomats, before you go into any meeting, try to think of the other person's side and the other person's view before you go into the meeting. You've been in outer space for almost 6 months. What has changed your perspective during those 6 months? When you come back, how will you think differently about certain issues, about certain problems, about certain ideas? Like, what have you learned in the 6 months that you're going to teach other people when you get back?
Well, first of all, Your Excellencies, thank you so much for your kind words. And indeed, we have a different perspective when we come here. And I always say we live as a family. I would call it space family up here. And we trained before that. We trained for so many years. We come just like brothers and sisters when we get to train together. And we are here for a cause. We are here for a target, I would say. And I can't think of a better place where people can live in peace and harmony than here in space, in the International Space Station. And probably this is a message, a diplomatic message. If this is applicable in space, I think it is definitely applicable on Earth.
So here's my question, you guys. This is a real question here. What do you do? I mean, like I'm really talking about like actually do that we would know. Like, do you exercise? How do you exercise? You know, what do you do? Do you have fun? I mean, it just play cards. They all over the place. What you playing? What you playing? Pick them out the air?
All right, well, that's a great question. I like to think of it broadly. We split up our time into 3 different categories. The first is science. That's the purpose of the International Space Station. This is a national laboratory, and we're up here doing, at any given time, working on hundreds of different scientific research experiments, some of them on ourselves, and some of them we're the operators performing the experiments. The second category we spend time on is taking care of this amazing space station, doing all the maintenance and repairs and upgrades to keep this station flying well. And then the third aspect is taking care of ourselves. So that's sleeping, eating, exercising, getting some time off to enjoy maybe some photography, looking outside. In terms of exercise, we have 3 different modalities we can use. We have a resistance exercise machine up here and 2 forms of cardio. One is a bike and the other is a treadmill.
And we do enjoy floating as well.
All right, since you guys are wrapping up your 6-month mission, this question is for both of you. other than reconnecting and seeing your family, what is the one thing you are most excited about to do when you get home? For both of you guys.
Well, Your Excellency, I think the main thing for me personally is to share the experience. Honestly, looking down to Earth and seeing our beautiful planet, we take things for granted. We need to protect this planet. We need to help each other for a common goal, for the betterment of humanity. Here on board the station, we have to do everything artificially. We generate electricity. We recycle water. We scrub the atmosphere that we breathe in. But everything we get on the ground is for free, almost. So we need to protect this planet. We need to share the advancement of technology that we do on board the International Space Station. And we need to push the boundaries of exploration as well, and to be a good role model for the students in the future.
Well, I completely agree with Sultan. I simply could not have said it any better myself. So I will give a very practical answer. I am looking forward to taking a shower, a real shower.
Let's take questions from the audience.
Yeah,
Any questions from the audience?
kids over there.
Yes.
Hello, my name's Oscar from BISW. It's a huge honor to be talking to you guys. My question for you is, what experiments do you do in space, and how do you collect data?
Great question, Oscar.
Well, at any given time, we are working on hundreds of different scientific experiments up here. We are actually the research subject for many of these. Like, for example, I am eating a modified diet with lots of fish and other nutrients, and we're studying the benefits of that. We do, an interesting one that we just did is we printed the first section of human meniscus ever printed in space in something called the biofabrication facility. And we're taking advantage of the fact that we're up here in microgravity. On Earth, these biomaterials would pool like a puddle, but we're able to manufacture unique structures, and soon that facility is going to be used to manufacture blood vessels in space. These are just a couple examples of all the amazing science that we do up here every day.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Maisie, and I'm from the British International School of Washington. I am really fascinated in how to become an astronaut. So my question is, how long does it take to become an astronaut?
Another good question. We're going to keep taking questions from this school. Yeah.
Indeed, a very excellent question. So first of all, I don't want to disappoint you, but there are no shortcuts. You have to study really well. You have to focus on STEM education, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And by indulging yourself and equip yourself with knowledge, I think you will have a better chance when the chance arrives, and you can apply to a program in your own country. And believe me, there are no limits. Yes, it is challenging, but if you believe truly in the cause and you perform very well and you have the knowledge, I think you will have a very, very good chance of joining an astronaut program in the future.
Any more? Yes. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jules, and I'm also from the British International School of Washington. I assume being an astronaut must be an extremely hard job, but if you weren't an astronaut, what would you be?
Were you able to hear that, Sultan? Can you repeat the question one more time? I don't think they got it.
Yeah, could we repeat the question?
Hello. Again. My question is for you guys. If you weren't an astronaut, which career path would you have pursued?
If you weren't an astronaut, what other career would you have pursued?
Okay, thank you so much. That is actually that's such a great question. Something that I find wonderful about our astronaut corps and our international partner astronauts is the incredible diversity of backgrounds that come of the people that become astronauts. We all follow wildly different paths and somehow end up here. And so, I mean, in my case, I was an engineering professor, but people come from all sorts of different backgrounds. And one kind of common thread I've noticed is that I think everyone is a little bit disappointed to leave whatever it was they were working on when they get selected and become an astronaut. So you end up doing something that you're so passionate about that you're a little bit sad even when you go on to pursue this lifelong dream of becoming an astronaut.
Oh, over here, in the back. All right, we have a mic in the front.
Hi, my name is Ahmed Al-Shahi. I study at Penn State University, majoring in aerospace. One of the researches that I did there was on asteroid minings. And so I was wondering if you ever did any researches on asteroid minings during your stay at the ISS.
Thank you, Ahmed. This is a very interesting question. Personally, I haven't done any sort of investigation or experiment about that, but I know this is an active and fresh, I would say, topic, and I think this is a very promising field as well. So space is vast. Space is really huge. So and there are no limits for what you can do in space. So I think this is a very good field, but personally, I haven't done any research on that part.
Doing this is Majdi Yazdici with the Sky News Arabia. Sultan, I have two questions for you. One simple is, are you able to have a haircut over there? And if yes, how? And then one more, maybe a little bit more sophisticated. In your mission in space, how you think this will change or help climate change issue? Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful question. So honestly, yes, I did have haircuts, and one good thing that I can share everything I do here on board the station with everybody back on Earth. So I did share the experience of cutting my hair in space using a vacuum. It was literally a vacuum cleaner connected to a clipper. So I did that, and sometimes I'm feeling difficult. Facing difficulties cutting my hair alone, so I get some help from crew members just cutting my hair from the back. And regarding your question, the other question, I think this is a very important time for everybody. We are, as I mentioned, living in a planet that we have no other planet to go to very soon. So we need to keep it intact. We need to protect it. And remembering the COP28 that will happen by the end of this year, I think the UAE specifically is committed to protecting the planet, and also inviting all the, I would say, inventors and people with science background to participate in such event and protect the planet. And this is an open invitation for everybody to help protecting the planet as well. So yes, indeed, we do have a different perspective, and hopefully we can participate in that event to deliver that point of view from space as well.
You had your hand up earlier. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Faisal Masood, aerospace engineering master's student from here, George Washington University. I sponsored by Saudi Space Agency. My question for both of you guys, what is the most surprising thing you have noticed about Earth climate while you are on International Space Station?
And Woody, I think we reached the 20 minutes.
There are so
the call
many.
will disconnect very soon. So if we can get one last message from both of you, and we end the call.
Indeed, Saud, we have a small gift for our embassy in Washington, the UAE embassy from Washington, from the crew. This is a symbolic gift from the crew, and hopefully we can get it to you in person when we get back.
Yes, and additionally, for the NASA headquarters team, we have an additional gift we'd like to present in person, hopefully. We'd love to come up and visit during our post-flight appearances.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
Thank you to all participants in Washington, D.C. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.